Hello my friends, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're all having a great day. Today I am doing this look, which is the Tati tag, everything under $5. So everything on my face that I used is under $5. And let me tell you, it was not easy when it came to the eyeshadow. Anyway, I was actually tagged by Marnie from Miss Gold Girl, so you might want to go over and watch her tag. Thank you, Marnie, for tagging me. I never get tagged, and I love being tagged. Anyway, so this is the look. You could glam it up with some false eyelashes. Anyway, let's get started on the tutorial. As I said, it was not easy. Okay, so let's get started. The first product I'm going to use is by Wet n Wild. It is their eyeshadow primer. Now this one does not have a color to it, so I am going to have to use something with a little bit of peach tone to it because, as you all know, I'm very, very blue, but I wanted to still use an eye primer because I think they're important. So, and this one has no color to it, as you can see. All right, our next product is going to be from Essence, and it is the I Love Stage eyeshadow base. I suppose I could have just used this. This one will work better for me because it has a peach base to it, as you can see. So I'm just going to tap that. I've never worked with these products, and I can see that this one here you have to work rather quickly, because it does start to dry down fast. I'm going to take it right into the inner eye because I'm darkest there. And I'm just going to tap that on. Okay, same on the other eye. Okay, both eyes are primed. So I'm going to start with the matte finished one, and this is by NYX, and I'm going to take first I'm going to take a little bit of powder on my eyelids, and I'm just going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that over to eliminate any tackiness there may be. And I am going to use the NYX, I'm going to use an e.l.f. fluffy brush, about $2 I think this was. And this is just a nice neutral pink. Sometimes the pinks pull really white on me. This one doesn't have a whole lot of pigment. Okay. Not a whole lot of pigment going on there. Alrighty. Okay, I might have to change my whole plan of what I was going to do. All right, I'm going to take a denser brush after I get the base of this on. Okay, so there we go. I am going to go in with a denser brush, and this is the e.l.f. C-shaped brush. I'm going to take that and I'm going to pack a little more of that color on that brush and try to get it to come up a little bit. Okay, it'll do. Maybe I'll just go with a nice smoky purple eye. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I have another color here I'm going to incorporate this one. It goes a little bit out of the pink family. It's called Blame It on the Midnight. It's got a little bit of orange cast to it, but what I'm going to do, and because I saw Tati cheat for just a few pennies, the Morphe 441 brushes are like just slightly over $5. I am going to use this brush because Tati cheated too. All right, and I'm just going to tap it in, touch it off, and I just want to give some definition to my crease because that pink I was using wasn't giving me enough. And even if I'm going to do a smoky eye and turn this, I have to have some sort of transition color. So we'll just use this as our transition. You need something that's going to give you a little bit of depth and to break the main color. And you'll see it gives shape to my eye and helps me out a little bit. Okay, same on the other eye. So I've done the crease with this. I'm going to go back to my e.l.f. fluffy brush. I have about 6 of these. And I'm just going to lightly soften the line there. Okay, so now I think I'm going to use this e.l.f. C brush, and I'm going to take, this is by L'Oreal, and it's one of their color Riche colors. I've never used these. It is a plummy purple. So I think what I'm going to do is just put it on the whole lid and see where it takes me. Because I really, this was a hard one for me to find things that were under $5. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pack this color on the lid part of my eye. And it has absolutely no pigment to it. Let's see, we're going to have to build this up for a while. Wow. How can L'Oreal even sell these? Okay, now it's starting to build up. Holy smokes. Okay, let's do it on the whole lid. I'm going to do most of the lid. I'm going to leave the inner part open. I might put a little pink in there. Wow. Let me get a different brush. You know what? I'm going to use one of these old-time applicators. I'm going to pick up some of this color. Wow, this is really crap. Look, it won't even pick up on the brush. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pack that on. Oh, this stuff is terrible. Holy smokes. Okay, I'm trying to pick up more of this color on the little sponge applicator, and I am going to pack it on. The eyelid. Wow, this is bad. Oh, we are going to really have to do some major work here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my little fluffy and I'm going to soften that line. You know what? I'm going to have to bring that across the whole lid because it's not going to play well, so we're just going to make it. So I'm going to make it a completely smoky eye. Okay, a word about the L'Oreal. These are crap. They're awful. You really have to do a lot of, you have to spend a lot of time building it up. So now I'm going to take a clean fluffy brush and I'm going to go ahead and just soften that whole line right up there. And then I'm going to go back with the Morphe brush and the crease color I used. And I'm going to pick some of it up and I'm going to just soften that whole line there and lift it up on the corners. We will do the best we can with this. All right, I am going to take this blush. I'm going to do one eye and then I'm just going to do the other eye on my own. This blush is called something Mauve by e.l.f. I'm going to take a little bit of this color here and I'm going to put it right on the crease area here to incorporate a rosier tone. All right. This shadow is by far the worst shadow I have ever worked with in my life. In all of the years that I've been wearing makeup, I don't think I've ever worked with anything worse than that. All right, so I have laid down some sort of foundation of this color and I'm just going to smooth out the lines a little. And an incredible amount of fallout. Unbelievable, the fallout. So I'm going to remove my tape and then I got to clean my little under eye area up because it is a mess. This was really tough to work. This challenge is a toughie, okay? All right, darn you, Tati. This one's tough. Okay, I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge and I'm going to go ahead and wipe away all of the shadow that fell, and I will tell you this shadow has a little bit of glitter in it, sparkle, so I'm going to really have to get them out of there. Okay, so now I'm going to do a primer on my face and I'm using the Wet n Wild primer and just going to take a, I've never worked with this either, going to go ahead and I don't know what it does for pores, anything like that. Okay, so I'm not gonna let this, this eyeshadow discourage me. I'm gonna move forward and we are gonna get this done. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my Rimmel Match Perfection Foundation. And this was one of those items that in some stores it was more expensive. It's $4.50 in my grocery store. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just going to take some of it and put a dollop there, 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 and there, and then a little bit on my nose, a little more here, and a little more there. Okay. Then I'm just going to take some on the sponge, so I have enough in the nose area. Okay, so now I'm just going to start applying it. This foundation I've worn before. I like it. It's not my most favorite of the drugstore. It doesn't oxidize on me. Most drugstore oxidize on me. Some high-end oxidize on me. But this one and the, I think it's the Maybelline one. Maybelline or CoverGirl, one of them. I really love the Infallible. That's CoverGirl, I believe. I love that foundation. It really, really is nice. Okay, so we're just applying it. This one has a really nice finish to it. I'm going to put a little bit more in the T-zone area right here and just pat it through here over my lips. Gonna pull it up underneath my eyes a little bit because the concealer does not give as much coverage as my Urban Decay does. Okay, so here we are with our foundation. Now I'm going to go ahead with a concealer. And I am going to use, this one is the NYX HD, and I'll put the color below because I can't read it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of it here. Now remember, I don't have anything with a peach tone to it with me. I'm sure I could have found something, but I already have these. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna pat it out. I like to drag this one down a little bit because it is a little bright. But it's a very nice concealer. Now, as far as, I'm going to put a little bit more over here and here because I do have a lot of bluing with the veins around my eyes. Okay, so now I did buy a under eye set powder, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one here by Wet n Wild. It's probably, let me look at the color before I go slapping it on my face. Yeah, I'm going to use it. Okay. Now, for this, I'm going to take the Real Technique sponge, and it is damp, and I'm going to go into this and pick some of this powder up, okay, just like so. I'm going to touch it to make sure I have no lines forming already, and then I'm just going to pat that powder on underneath the eye. I have no idea how this powder is going to work on me. Okay, same thing on the other side. Make sure I have no lines forming, and well, I got a lot of powder on me, but that's okay. All right, hi. Okay, it's an e.l.f. powder brush of some sort. I'm going to go in and sweep all of that extra powder away because we don't need all that. Okay, not too bad. It's a little too bright for underneath, but I'm okay with that. All right, so now I'm going to take some of the Stay Matte Rimmel powder on this brush, and I'm just going to tap it in the cheek area here to make sure that I can lay down my blush and my contour, a little on my forehead in this area. Since this is a Stay Matte, I'm not going to use it on my whole face heavily. I am going to lightly sweep through. Okay. Here we are. All right, so now I want to do some contouring. So I'm going to take this Wet n Wild palette that has the contour. I actually like this contour a lot. And I am going to take this brush here, which is an e.l.f. brush. It's called their powder brush. Who would use that as a powder brush? Okay, so I am going to touch this in the contour. Now you can see there's a lot of fallout, so you make sure that you want to tap some of that off. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start to build up my contour here. You see, it's a nice contour. It's a nice color for sure. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and contour my forehead lightly here. Same on this side. And then I'm going to go a little on the jawline. Okay, so take the powder brush now and just go over lightly. Make sure that the lines are all softened, and they are. Okay, now I'm going to take a cotton ball. The blush I'm going to use is the e.l.f. blush. I'll put the color below. And I'm going to take a 100% cotton swab here because the blush brushes I feel were lacking. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this powder, this blush, on the cotton. Okay, I'm going to touch it off a little. I'm going to get enough on there, and then I'm going to touch it slightly, and you'll see that I have that amount. And then I'm going to just tap it on my cheeks. For 2017, blush is back, my friends. Bold blush and bold lips. So we're just tapping that color on, and then I'm going to take that same powder brush, and I'm just going to lightly sweep the blush. Okay, I'm going to move towards my under eye, and this is frightening me. I'm just going to use a little bit of the NYX, the peachier tone. I'm going to take a regular old-fashioned kind of brush, sponge tip, and I'm going to go up underneath and just start adding some color underneath the eye. Okay, it's just a little bit now. I am going to, I think I'm going to take, we'll stay in the purple family. We'll try this purple. I'm going to take some of it. I'm going to try to get some of it. This is awful. All right, so I have some of it on the brush, and I am just going to go ahead and put it underneath and join it to the corner and lightly apply it across the whole eye. Why not? We'll go real smoke. Okay? I'm going to go downstairs, and Lou's going to say to me, oh my goodness, what is with that makeup? Okay, then I'm going to sweep that fallout off. All right, so now we got to do some eyebrows. So that's another product in the drugstore that I don't like, eyebrows pencils. They're all so waxy to me, but I will give it my best shot. I'm going to do it right here on camera. This is a Rimmel. Again, the color will be listed below, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the best I can with this. My eyebrows are really unruly, and they don't like waxy pencils. They grab on, they start to pill. Okay, so there is one eyebrow. Okay, so now I'm going to take the little brush that comes with it, and I'm just going to brush them up. And I have so many whites that of course we have to color them out. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is by Rimmel. It's called Brow This Way. I'm going to wipe some of it off because it always has too much on it. So, and then it gets all over the place. That's, you know, too much on that brush. Okay, so now I just take the very ends and run it through those grays. Okay, so that is my brow. All right, so now I'm going to use this Rimmel, no, this is NYX, and it's a lip pencil, and it's called Jewel. I'm gonna go with very strong lips, but the liner, I'm going to use just a bit of it. So it's just going to, like, I'm gonna feather it. I've never used this liner either, so we'll see. It's not bad. It does have a little shimmer to it. I don't like that. That's all I want for liner. And the lipstick I think is beautiful. It's Revlon 450, and it's called Goldpearl Plum. I think it's beautiful. All right, so I'm going to put that on. I liked this so much that before I told you about it, I went and bought another one in case my area were people that watch me and they just don't know I live in the same area, and they bought them all. So I went and got another one. Okay, so there's the lips. Now we're going to do our mascara, and the mascara that I bought is, where is the mascara? Here it is. This is by Essence. I couldn't find anything under $5. So this was it. Essence All Eyes on Me. And then I bought this, I can't remember who this is. This is either Wet n Wild or e.l.f. And I'm going to tell you, it's probably not going to work. It has absolutely no give, but I have really, really straight lashes. My lashes actually drag down. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a quick curl. And yeah, it does nothing, but we'll move forward. Okay, so I'm going to do the mascara. Oh, I forgot to do my tight line. I'll do it when the mascara is dry. Because I definitely, with this purple smoky, I want to have a little bit of, oops. I definitely want to tight line. Alright, this is a, it's an okay mascara. Nothing to write home about. Okay, so the mascara is on. Now, looking at myself, I'm going to take the blush and what they call their powder brush. I'm going to pick some of it up and I'm going to tap it on my cheeks just to give a little more color. Okay, and then I'm just going to sweep. Now what I'm going to do is, because I didn't have the right colors I wanted, I'm going to take a little of that blush and I'm just going to place it on the outer upper part of my eye, right there. Just kind of marries everything together. Okay, alright, so now I'm going to take my hair back down and I'm going to come right back. Oh, I want a tight line. I'll do the tight lining and I'm going to use a Rimmel Exaggerate. It's one of those wind-up pencils. It's a deep dark chocolate, so I'm going to use that to tight line and I'll be right back. Alright my friends, I am back. This is the final look. You saw that I struggled with the eyeshadows a bit, but it was fun to do anyway, and it is proving a point that with technique you can use any makeup product, being any price, as long as you take your time and you go through each step and you blend. You will look marvelous. Alright, so let me know if any of you have loved these Lancome shadows. Not Lancome, I'm sorry, L'Oreal shadows. This one here was just awful. I don't know if any of the other ones are better, but ooh-wee, bad, bad, bad. Anyway, alright, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, subscribe. We're anti-aging here. Be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. I love you all. Bisous.